A little slice of paradise. Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex in Honolulu. And the Rainbow Warriors headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bison will have the first possession in this one as their offense comes out to go to work. And, David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Tough run here. It's Sparfield. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Left side, it's Brown. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawaii! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Collins. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll run him again. Sees an alley. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Hayes. Catch in the middle, it's Collins. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the middle. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to field this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Fresh center downs going to the air. He'll get rid of it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Tells the run, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Harris. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a three-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Picked off.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Between the hashes, it's Myers. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Keeps it moving. It's Scott. Got enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Scott. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Sells to fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to try to get it himself. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Making the adjustment. The run inside. It's Barfield. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Rides to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Breaks into the open. Runs through the tackle. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Fires to the right. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They want to throw it. Look out! Flips it out to the back. He's stopped. And the last two plays have left them in a hole as they stare at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Scott. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That ball was just lying there forever in the end zone, and the defense finally pounced on it.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
And he makes the extra point.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll try the counter. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to get the corner. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Give to the back. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. 2nd and long here.
At the 21. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking for the score. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Keeps it himself. Could be an alley. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now. The Rainbow Warriors have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It's Barfield. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Makes the catch. It's Collins. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Scott. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to throw. It's Hayes. Rush right in his face. And it's a sack. The Rainbow Warriors call timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So they couldn't get it done on 3rd down. Now they'll line up in punt formation. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. In traffic, it's Brown. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. And the Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly. Back to pass on second down. He'll pull it down and run. Got a first down. Turning it on. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. Trying to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking to throw, it's Hayes. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Second down to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. Hawaii calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Wide open downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the #1 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Sooners looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Honolulu. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the...
Snags it, and he's open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you've got to respect it. You've got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Scott. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. They'll need a bunch on second down. Right back to the well. Looking for a crease. Maybe some room here. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Hits inside. It's Scott. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Running game got it done on the last play, and now it's first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Long way to go on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The fake and wants to throw. He's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Keeps it on the ground. Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on second down. Got his man on the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Barfield. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Right back to it. Got the first down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. On the move. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Second and long here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Got the first down. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Rainbow Warriors kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Drops back on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
Second down, gonna throw it. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. And the Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. Trying to get started. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Running inside, it's Scott. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Brings up second down.
Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Turns it upfield. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Hauls it in. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Scott. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They give it to him again. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Sells the run, wants to pass. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Quick give. It's Barfield. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Long way to go on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires immediately. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. The Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one.
Offense facing 4th down.
Fields the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Lucky to get it off.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. He wants to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. 1st and 10.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, North Dakota State. The pick six has him right back in it.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Defense sniffed that one out immediately, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Hayes. Finds his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on. Got it! Touchdown, North Dakota State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Wants to pass. Pass is incomplete. No good on the two-point conversion. They tried to stretch this lead out to a field goal, but they're still up by 1. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Got his man down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Rainbow Warriors call timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Second down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm ending this game right now.